Designing Oliver. This is written by Jeffrey Briggs, voiced by Jason Novak. In June, Stacy and Sarah gathered photos and described the essential characteristics of Oliver as animated, slender, and attentive. Sarah identified Oliver as an American foxhound mix. I began searching physical characteristics of him compared to American foxhounds. I found that his nose was much narrower. The slope of his nose from eyes to the nostrils is less severe. His ears were much smaller. His head is slightly smaller and therefore makes his eyes look bigger. His chest was not big or as wide. His legs and body were long and thinner. His paws were referred to as cat's paws. They were smaller in width. It was decided for budget reasons that Oliver should be seated. Seating him would decrease the number of mold parts. To make him animated, I posed his head looking up and away in his shop drawings. I positioned his body with the same gesture, placing his front right leg against the rear leg, which made for a two-part body mold. This would require a separate mold for the left front leg. An armature is created to hold the clay sculpture rigidly. It's made out of cut wooden patterns taken from the shop drawings. Aluminum wire is used for delicate parts like ears and legs. Together, we decided that Oliver is approximately 23 inches to the shoulder. His head is approximately 9 inches higher from the shoulder, making for a total height of 32 inches. In this photo, plastic paper has been placed between the body and the separate leg. The leg has a keyway to position the leg to the body casting. The armature is mounted on a rigid platform with through bolts. The leg is mounted on a removable platform so it can be molded separately. The clay is medium density plasticine. Density means it becomes firm at room temperatures. It is heated to make it pliable. Aluminum wire is used for the ears so they can be positioned easily. To reach the desired surface, it is scraped with a tooth raking tool. The raked pattern left on the face are from this tool. The hair patterning begins at the dog's nose, following the shape of the body to tail. The finished dog is laid on its side in preparation for the first portion of the mold. A clay barrier or separation line is formed around the dog. The interior of the mold is made of urethane. Exterior of the mold, or mother mold, is made of fiberglass resin. It holds the urethane in place during casting. This shows the clay sculpture cradled in the mother mold. The other half of the mold is beside it. The two halves are receiving their first layers of resin, called the gel coat. The extra material on the seams of the casting is ground off and sanded to the desired surface. The surface of the sculpture is washed, and any portions of it that did not cast correctly repaired. A primer coat of paint is applied. The sculpture is painted with bronze paint and patinaed with green.